Yeah, well, the timelines will vary. It depends on the quality of the remains and also how much of the person's family has an online profile on websites that law enforcement use. A forensic genealogist we spoke with says it can take anywhere from a few days to a few years.
The bodies of 8 homicide victims dating back decades are being exhumed this week.
We're continuing this operation to identify all unidentified homicide victims in the city of Philadelphia.
Ryan Gallagher is the Assistant Director of Forensic Science for the Philadelphia Police Department. He says samples will be taken from each body to extract DNA.
We do more testing, do more genealogy to eventually identify who these victims are.
The oldest body found is also one of the youngest victims, a 4 to 6-year-old black girl found in 1962. One of the victims, a middle-aged white woman, was found in 1972. The rest of the bodies exhumed were killed in the 1980s.
We've seen samples taken from teeth, we've seen samples taken from femurs, and from various other bones.
Misty Gillis is a Chicago-based investigative genetic genealogist. She says some of the unidentified bodies found in Philly decades ago may be from other parts of the country.
You think back to that time frame, people hitchhiked, people were transient, they moved across the country, they lost contact with family, we didn't have the internet.
Gillis says that after police extract the DNA from the bodies, genetic sequencing will be done to help develop a profile.
That profile has millions of markers in it, and we use that profile in genetic genealogy databases like GEDmatch and Family Tree DNA. And through the process, we build out family trees of the distant relations of that unidentified sample.
That is how Gillis helped identify Philadelphia's boy in the box. She and law enforcement officials discovered his name is Joseph Augustus Zarelli. Little Joseph was a young boy whose body was found beaten and naked in a field in the city's Fox Chase neighborhood in 1957. His body was exhumed twice for DNA from the same potter's field where police were digging this week. But it wasn't until 2022 that police were able to identify him using forensic genealogy.
That was from 1957, and we were able to actually extract DNA on a case that old. And it's been done in cases much older than his as well.
Gillis says the difficult part can be finding relatives who have their DNA profile uploaded to public databases. But for example, the boy in the box was identified because a distant third cousin had uploaded their data. Now, the NBC 10 investigators produced a documentary on the boy in the box, who he and his family were and how he ultimately was identified. You can find that on NBC10.com/boyinthebox.